This is Transformers Studio Series Autobot Hot Rod from the Transformers the movie. So, movie action figure, height of 5.5 inches. These are the accessories that are included, which we're going to show off later, but we're going to concentrate much more on the transformation aspect of this guy, the best hot rod that you're going to get out of Studio Series. And if you still don't have this guy in your collection, then it's time to hunt for it. We start the transformation process. Let us first take a look at the details of Autobot Hot Rod in its humanoid form. So just a point of comparison. So here is your standard G.I. Joe classified series action figure, Snake Eyes. So as comparison purpose as to how tall this action figure is. Okay, so we're going to start from the back of the action figure. So this section, so we're going to unhinge that or untab it, lower it down, and we're going to open this section that way. So we're going to show the step-by-step process. So the final mode, actually these two tabs would settle on those two tabs, on those two sections, I mean, for a secure fit. Okay, so right now we're ready to take off this section. So lift it up. So this is the top view and this is the side view, and you lift it up that way. As for the head, now it's the time to rotate that head and store it by folding it down. So it's going to rest under this section. Okay, now from this section we're going to unhinge this, open it up, so it's going to look that way. So we're showing the process, we're not running after time, so it's going to be really easy to follow the transformation procedure. Once you've watched this, then it's really easy to go back and forth. Okay, so we're going to rotate this section and fold it out that way. Okay, and for now just tab it in. Okay, so orientation is going to look this way. Okay, now you have exposed the cabin. So we have the front of the vehicle. This is going to be the rear of the vehicle. Okay, now next thing, just fold this downward so we have enough clearance to form the leg section. Okay, so once again, take note of orientation. So cockpit, this is the Fox chest. Okay, so we're ready to rotate the waist inward. So first rotation is on this section, second rotation is going to be on the waist. And if it untabs, so just press in again. Okay, now we're going to form the legs. So once again, take note of orientation. So cockpit, front, rear. Okay, so we're ready to open the shins up because there's a very involved transformation for this section. So we're going to unhinge at this section and go to the other side and hinge on this section. So open them up that way. Okay, and time to put the feet in or fold it in that way. Okay, now moving back to this section. So let's hinge and we're going to unfold this section to form the rear of the vehicle. So that's the rear tire, exhaust, and tab it into place, these two. So in alternate form, once we already form part of this section, you won't be dealing with tabbing that in. So it's easier to already set pieces in place. So let's do the other section. Okay. So once again, let's take note of orientation of the pieces. So once again, front of the vehicle or the cockpit, rear, engine bay. Okay. So easiest way to do this leg portion that it's not going to be really complicated is to do this, because you're going to fold it in place this way. You're going to fold that in and you're going to, as you straighten things out, this section is going to be formed. So we have rear section formed, number one. So we're just going to set it in that way. And you have tabs. So secure those tabbing points. Okay, next section. Once again, take note of orientation as you fold things up. Cockpit, and it's just going to be a simple round about. So you fold it in and you rotate. So I hope that you guys get it. So when you fold the shin in, you rotate that piece. Okay, and let's find the tab and secure it into place. There you go. Okay, so just form it that way. Now we're ready to form this section, complete that section. Okay, so we have the spoiler, so we're going to untab and rotate. Okay, straighten it out and bring that back down. So it's going to form the top of the cabin or the roof. Okay, so moving towards this section. Okay, so you have hinges on there, connection points, tabs up there, and also these two. So these two is going to hide underneath this section, and that two tabs is going to connect with those 2 points, 1 and 2. Okay, so don't be scared to fold it. Okay, so once again it unhinged, so just snap it back into place. Okay, now we're ready to lower this section down. So if this gets untabbed, just press it in. So just press on this section, take hold of that section as you lower this section down, so it's not going to get unhinged. Okay, so as you could see, we lowered that section and we're ready to form this section in place. So this section is going to hide under the leg. There you go. So it's snapping into place. So just do that, and you could hear that nice snap. Take a look at the rear, and it's time to press in for a secure fit. There you go. So we already formed the rear of hot rod. Spoiler. Once again, orientation, canopy, or the cockpit, engine bay, arms, and there's going to be the head. So the head is going to be hidden in the driver and passenger compartment, or the cockpit. Okay, so these two, now this section. Okay, so once again, if this section is really loves to untab, just press on that section. So just like that, press on that section as you move pieces. So the arms, we're going to do this motion, that motion. So that's the easiest way to tab it in place instead of doing a roundabout. So you're going to do that. Okay, but first let us unhinge these parts of the arm or the forearm and rotate and rotate. Okay, now, so from this orientation, we're ready. Once again, as you could see, it has untabbed. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so let's just take a hold of this section. So we're going to move that arm around. Take note of that peg, it's going to engage that hole. Okay, so let's take straight on that forearm again. Okay, so snap it into place. Okay, come on. Straighten this section out and snap it into place. So sometimes it's going to take some time to do that. This is the part that is quite tricky. Okay, there you go. And the exhaust, just line them and tab in place. Okay, and this section of the forearm, we're going to fold it in onto the handsets. Okay, go and just press the pieces for a nice snug fit. Okay, now we're ready to do the other side. So just the same procedure. So line that piece, arm, rotate, and engage peg and hole. Oh, okay, and the exhausts, engage them, and this section, tab it in place. Okay, and we're just going to realign. Okay, I know what section popped out once again, so it's going to be, yeah, so just find that connection point and snap it into place. Go. Okay. Okay, now, so we already formed 95.5%. Okay, so last pieces that are hidden on this section. So they're going to cover these two parts. They're going to tab on that hole. Okay. Whoop. Nice snap into place. So with this side, snap it into place. This section would really like to unhinge. So if that's going to be the source of the gaps that we have up front, so just snap it back in that way. Okay, now last piece in. Okay, so there you go. Finally, we have hot rod in its vehicle form. So this is the details of the figure in vehicle form. So we're ready to transform hot rod to its alternate form or humanoid form. Okay, so taking hold of the vehicle, so the first part that we're going to unhinge is going to be the last part that we set into place. So this is going to be the section. So just unhinge that part, open it up that way. Now to disengage the arms, so it's really very simple. So that's the elbow bend. So just press at the elbow bend. So it's this arm sections are going to disengage, and you could fold these two pieces in. Now, so once again, so how we folded it in, so outwards instead of this way. It's going to be that way. Okay, and let's reform the arm. And tab into place. Open this section, rotate, and tab into place. Okay, now take note of orientation. Cockpit, robot form, chest, or the fox chest, legs. Okay, now next is going to be this section, so just take a hold of the knee and just wrap these sections out. Okay, so we have one section disengaged. There you go. Take a hold of that section, disengage. Okay, so let's put a little bit of clearance on the legs. Okay, now we're ready to put this up. So take a hold of this section and lift. There you go. And rotate and fall. Just partially fall, just leave it that way. Okay, so first thing that we're going do is to really form the arm. So just partially form the upper section this way. Okay, so moving those complicated parts. So once again, just like how we folded this portion in, so we're going to do that, and we're going to hinge, and we're going to stretch out the legs that way. Okay, now we're going to fold this section to form the shins. Okay, and this is going to just snap into place. Oops, forgot one thing. Fold the foot out and we're ready to snap in there. Okay, so I hope you guys got it, how this thing is going to move. So once again, move it out, and from this angle take a hold of the wheel and open it up. So it's going to be folded that way, so move it out, open it up, and flex out or straighten out the shin. Unfold the leg, or the foot I mean, and this section, and hinge or untap and fold in. Okay, here you go. Okay, now chest in robot form, cockpit, time to rotate. Okay, so you have the front of the legs and the robot chest. Okay, So as you could see, there's the other. This is the vehicle engine cover. Okay, so we already have established our orientation, so time to open this section up. So hinge, we're just going to lower that section, take out the head, and do proper orientation of head towards chest. Okay, now this section. So we're going to take a hold of that. So hinge. Now we're going to rotate. So it's going to be easier this way. Now let's take note of orientation. Okay, lower this section and snap it into place. Okay, now we're going to lower this section and those two tabs. I'm going to engage those two holes. Okay, so first straighten it out. Let's disengage the back panel. So there you go, nice and flat. Okay, nicely pegged in, and we're ready to go. And the last part, hole, tab, snap into place. There you go. So once again, we have transformed hot rod into its alternate form or humanoid form. Articulation points, so D poses possible. Rotation of the head and a little bit of head tilts. Tilts looking up, tilts looking down. The arms would have rotation on the elbow and bend on the elbow. We also have, because of transformation, twist or rotation on the waistline. For the legs, free to kick forwards, free to kick sidewards, but because of orientation or how it is engineered, there's a little bit of hindrance for kicking back. Okay, we have rotation on the thigh, single bend on the knee, but that's a lot of bend, and we have tilt and a little bit of rocker for the foot. So great deal of articulation for this hot rod action figure, the best hot rod action figure that Transformer Studio series has put out, actually engineering, including the handsets. So there's also rotation on the handsets, and look at that. So for a relaxed pose and gimmicks that the accessories that are included. So for the forearm, you could take a hold of the forearm and then open these sections up. Nice. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Then you're going to rotate. And you're going to attach the accessories that you have included with this action figure. So same thing, same gimmick that we have with this other side. So that's the torch. And we're going to attach the saw on this section. So this is how the action figure looks with those forearm gimmicks. So saw and torch. And these are the details for the weapons. Weapon number 1. Weapon number 2. And actually, these pistols could also store at the front of or the hood of the vehicle form. So those two tabs, you could engage them in actually. Okay. You also have the matrix of leadership. So it's hollow on this section. Okay, so this completes the review of Transformers Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, the best hot rod action figure you could find. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.